Hello students, my next video for atomic structure for 11th science. In this part, today's point is Rutherford's atomic model. Rutherford's atomic model. Initially, Thomson gives an idea about atom. Thomson suggests that total sphere is there, and in this sphere positively charged area is there, and in this positively charged area, whole area which is positively charged, and electrons are also present in that area. You know that watermelon type model was there. It means that the red part of the watermelon indicated as positive region, positively charged region of an atom, and negatively charged particles embedded on it, like puddings or seed particles. This is like a cake model or watermelon model of Thomson. But this type of model, which is to be fail model, we cannot discuss about this Thomson's model. After failure of Thomson model, Rutherford gives a different type of model, atomic model, which is related with our atom, which goes nearer to explain the atom. The first part of this atomic model is one of the experiment, that is scattering experiment, Rutherford's scattering experiment. Rutherford's scattering experiment. In this Rutherford scattering experiment, Rutherfords take a thin gold foil. It is a gold foil. He is taken thin gold foil because it is more malleable, and for observation of number of atoms connected with each other in a particular area, which is to be studied with respect to that Rutherford. And he take a radioactive substance, radioactive source. It is a radioactive source. Radioactive source means natural emission of alpha, beta, gamma rays takes place by radioactive element which is heavier. These alpha rays are positively charged and beta rays are negatively charged, and gamma rays are like X-rays. He used such type of alpha particles. Alpha particles bombards on this particular region. This region is there. In this region of selected region of gold foil, so many alpha particle bombards on this area. He observed that in front of that area, he connects a circular ZNS screen. Circular ZNS screen is an important screen which observes fluorescent with respect to fluorescent nature of that ZNS screen. It is ZNS screen. ZNS zinc sulfide screen shows fluorescent property due to illuminating character, brightening character. We can detect how alpha particles are bombarded on this zinc sulfide screen. He observed that initially when we start, these alpha rays, positively charged rays bombards on this gold foil, on the selected area of gold foil. All alpha particles shows a brighter spot in front of that. Means 99% alpha particle goes straight line. 99% alpha particle changes their direction. Means this is 99% alpha particles which are positively charged. 99% alpha particles can't changes their direction. This is the first observation of this experiment is 99% alpha particle cannot changes their direction when they passes through this gold foil. It is a gold foil. So many number of atoms are present in this gold foil. They are connected with each other. Every element which is made by so many types of atoms, and they are connected closely with each other. And through this, when we apply this alpha rays continuously passes through this gold foil. It is our first observation. Second observation is very few alpha particles changes their direction, somewhat changes their direction. Second observation is very few alpha particles changes their direction. This is to be observed with respect to the bright spot observed towards upside or towards downward side. It is very few alpha particle changes their direction. Means something is there which, with respect to that, when they come in contact with that type of particular region, particular area, which is very smaller area, and very few alpha particle changes their direction. It means these positively charged particles are there. These positively charged particle reflects from that region, which is very smaller region, into this area. And the third observation is means larger angle deflection is somewhat very few, and no deflection is somewhat 99%. In this 1%, somewhat alpha particle come back to its original position. Means they come back to its original position. Means 180 degree reversion. 180 degree reversion of rays. Means 1 out of 20,000. 1 out of 20,000 alpha particle come back to its original state. It means that they bombards on a particular region which is very smaller and harder. That massive region, harder region, with respect to that, when alpha particle bombards on that region, they come back to its original position. These are the three observations of this. It means that suppose this is a gold foil. Gold foil consists of number of atoms. Number of atoms are there. So many number of atoms are there. Center part, imagine that this is a center part, positively charged region. He stated that it is one of the nuclear part, central part. All alpha particle goes, because alpha particle cannot changes their direction. Alpha particles cannot changes their direction, because more and more nuclear region is there. In this nuclear region, no harder space is there. Maximum amount of region which is empty region. Due to empty region, all alpha particle passes through that particular part. When somewhat very few alpha particle repel from their path, means there is a type of repulsion. Very few alpha particle repel from their path, and when the center to center bombardment is possible, this possibility is very low possibility, come back to its initial state. These are the three observations. It means that if more empty space present in atom, it is our first conclusion. After this observation, there must be a type of conclusion. You observe this experiment. So many types of observations are there. After this observation, we are coming towards conclusion part. This conclusion number 1, the first conclusion is, after observation, first conclusion is more empty space is present. More empty space is present in atomic region. More empty space is present in atomic region. एटॉमिक रीजन में बहुत सारा एम्प्टी स्पेस है, बहुत सारी एम्प्टी स्पेस अवेलेबिलिटी है, एंड ड्यू टू दिस नेचर वी आर कमिंग टू दैट कंक्लूजन दैट एम्प्टी स्पेस अवेलेबिलिटी इज देयर. अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस observation, it is my first conclusion. I will write conclusion after deleting such type of figure. We are going towards conclusion. Experimental part is over. After experimental part, this is the skeleton diagram of that part. This skeleton diagram shows that how these alpha particles. Yes, conclusion is there will be very large empty space. There will be very large empty space. There will be very large empty space present in atomic region of gold. Atomic region of गोल्ड के एटॉमिक रीजन में एम्प्टी स्पेस बहुत सारा है. एम्प्टी स्पेस somewhat alpha particle changes their direction. This possibility is very less possibilities there. It means some type of similarly charged particle containing massive region is there, but possibility or availability or occupied area of that massive region is very small. Smaller region with positively charged particles. Smaller region with positively charged particle which is harder and massive. Is present at the central part of considered region. अब जितना भी आप एरिया कंसिडर कर रहे हो, somewhat changes their direction. It means that पॉजिटिवली चार्ज पार्टिकल, सामने से भी कुछ पॉजिटिवली चार्ज पार्टिकल नज़र आया होगा, उसको देख के वो रिपेल करता है. तो रिपल्शन का प्रमाण जो है ना वो कम है. इसका मतलब है द पार्ट जो हार्डर मैसिव रीजन है, वो हार्डर मैसिव रीजन का वॉल्यूम बहुत सारा कम होगा, और वहाँ पर जो पार्टिकल्स होंगे वो पॉजिटिवली चार्ज पार्टिकल्स होंगे. ये अपना नेक्स्ट कंक्लूजन है. ऑब्जर्वेशन नंबर 2 के बाद ये कंक्लूजन आ गया. Very few alpha particle. Observation was very few alpha particle. One out of 20,000. 1 out of 20,000 alpha particle come back. Reversion of alpha particle takes place. The reversion conclude that the hard massive region is present at the central region. Very smaller volume with massive region occupied at the center, known as nucleus. He suggests that it is a nucleus, but nucleus occupied region is very small. That is 10⁻⁻15 meter region, which is nuclear region, and somewhat 10⁻10 meter region is atomic region. 10 raised to minus 15 meter, 10 raised to minus 10 meter region. Such type of region means it is a conclusion. It is a conclusion. After that conclusion, we are going towards Rutherford's nuclear model. After the conclusion, he suggests so many points related with model. Rutherford gives an idea about nuclear model of an atom. Nuclear model. It means that the first point, which is the entire mass present at the center is positively charged. Entire mass is positively charged and is present in smaller region known as nucleus. Second point, around this nucleus, entire whole atom which is neutral and somewhat alpha particles changes their direction, means positively charged region is there, and this around this positively charged region electrons are there. Electrons revolve around the nucleus as planets revolve around the sun. It means it is a type of orbit, some type of around. This is known as orbit part. Orbit part is important. This type of orbit is there around this nuclear region. Electrons revolve along with the nuclear region together. There is a electrostatic force. Electrostatic force is there. Electrostatic force is present between positively charged central region and negatively charged particles. This is Rutherford's atomic model. He suggests that positively charged massive region is present at the central part. The volume occupied by that region is very, very small, and that type of small region is known as nucleus. Around this nucleus, negatively charged particles, electrons revolve with respect to a particular type of force, like in their orbit, electron revolving process is going on. This electron revolving process is like this. This is the smallest massive region, positively charged, and electron revolve around the nucleus. This revolving phenomenon, suppose this is a type of revolving phenomenon of electron around this nuclear region. Yes, revolving phenomenon is correct, but he cannot suggest that what type of revolving process is there and how electron get revolve around the nucleus. Rutherford suggests somewhat correct idea, but according to Maxwell theory, Rutherford model, which is to be somewhat incorrect. It means that Maxwell drawbacks of Rutherford's theory. Maxwell says that when you are rotating charged body around another charged body, electromagnetic radiation takes place. According to Maxwell theory, due to electromagnetic drawbacks is the last part of the Rutherfords. Due to electromagnetic radiation, when electron revolve around the nucleus, this one charged body rotates around another charged body, another charged particle. Radiation of energy takes place. Due to electromagnetic radiation, electron may come closer to nuclei. Electrons may come closer to nuclei. Electron may come closer to nuclei and collapse into the nucleus and get collapsed into the nucleus. He cannot he suggests that orbit, but he cannot suggest what is the path of electron, what is the distance of electron from the nucleus. It is not to be suggested by this Rutherford. It means that such type of collapsing process not happening, because all over atoms are stable. If Rutherford's model, which is to be acceptable, Rutherford's theory, which is to be acceptable, then atoms are not stable. But such type of collapsing process, electron collapsing process, such type of electron collapsing process not happening. So atoms are stable. Means stability of atom is not explained by Rutherford. It means that stability of atom is not explained by Rutherford. Again, Rutherford suggests that some type of electromagnetic radiation takes place by electron. With respect to that electromagnetic radiation, electrons works as a wave as well as particle nature, and when electron comes with respect to wave, continuous emission of energy, and electron when works as a particle, discontinuous emission of energy, and such type of continuous or discontinuous emission of energy which is not to be decided with respect to Rutherford. Rutherford also cannot explain the spectral lines with respect to hydrogen gas or any type of hydrogen spectrum is not to be explained by Rutherford. It is Rutherford's atomic model, Rutherford's scattering experiment, observations, after observation conclusion, after conclusion atomic model, and such type of model which is a failure model which cannot give perfect idea about structure of atom. Okay, bye. Thank you. It's Arun Bhange, Parmani.